Well, 4th of July is a busy day on area lakes, and we've learned a New Jersey man's wife is now suing a boating company on Lake Travis and others after he was hit and killed by a jet ski, according to a lawsuit.
And this happened back in August of 2023, but that lawsuit was just filed last week. Jayla Washington reports.
Carter Favis has been working out on Lake Travis for decades.
Because things can happen on a boat.
He takes safety seriously because he has seen a lot.
And I've had families want to come out and rent boats and go look for bodies of their families.
Favis remembers a tragedy from 2 summers ago clearly.
It was a pontoon boat. It was down by Captain Pete's, and it was a 14-year-old kid operating a jet ski that jumped out. I do remember that.
The incident does not involve the boating company Favis works for. According to this lawsuit, a man named Robert Montalbano, a real estate agent from New Jersey, was in town for a work trip with colleagues when he was killed by a then 14-year-old who was riding a jet ski and lost control of it. The lawsuit details the teen was the son of someone a part of Montalbano's group, and that he was riding too close to the boat and did not slow down as the boat did. According to the lawsuit, that's when the jet ski went flying through the air and hit Montalbano in the head before landing on the boat. Now Montalbano's wife is suing for $1 million. The lawsuit targeting several parties: the company affiliated with Lakeway Marina, the realty company where Montalbano worked, the teen's mom, and Montalbano's team lead. The lawsuit accuses them of negligence and violating Texas boater safety laws.
So Texas boater safety law, it is one of the strictest I've ever seen in the country.
Montalbano's team leader rented the boat and jet ski from Lakeway Marina, according to the lawsuit. The lawsuit alleges Lakeway Marina staff did not go through proper boater education safety training with the group or follow Texas boating laws, which says people can't use a jet ski alone unless on or before September 1st of 1993. And if they were born after that date, they're required to pass a boater education class, an examination that's equivalent to it. The suit also accuses the group Montalbano was with of having more people than allowed on the boat.
You know, at the end of the day, they're out there on their own. I can preach boater safety and all the safety stuff I can to our guests. But at the end of the day, when they leave our docks, they are on their own until they come back at the end of the day.
Ahead of the 4th of July, which is typically a busy lake day, Favis does his due diligence, taking extra safety precautions, doing what he can to educate his guests.
Sometimes, I hate to say it, we have to put a little shock and awe into it because they're not, I don't really think they're comprehending what can happen out there.
Jayla Washington, KXAN News.
We did reach out to the attorneys for those being sued, including Lakeway Marinas, but we have not yet heard back. Giving some insight here, a personal watercraft ban goes into effect at sunset this evening on Lake Austin ahead of the 4th of July holiday. The Austin Police Department says jet skis, wet bikes, motorized surfboards, and similar devices are not allowed on Lake Austin. Kayaks, paddleboards, and canoes can still be used, and that ban ends Saturday at sunrise.
Joining us here now to explain her latest story. Bree, welcome in and thanks for being with us.
Hi, Will. Happy to be here.
Always happy to have you on our show. So today you have a story about 2 women who bonded through tragedy.
Yes, their names are Anna Mendeville and Carmen Castillo. Mendeville's 17-year-old son was killed in Buda in August, and Carmen's brother was killed in March, both allegedly at the hands of the same man, 21-year-old Jacob Gonzalez.
So what happened in each of these cases?
So in Mendeville's case, the case with the 17-year-old, that happened in Buda in August, and it was a self-defense case. It went to the district attorney's office. That is what was ruled. And Gonzalez's attorneys say it was such an open and shut case that charges were never even filed. The mom, though, does think there was a little bit more to this, and of course, as you can imagine, is devastated regardless. Right. Now, the other case, the case that happened in March, that stemmed from a road rage incident. APD says it spanned for miles on I-35 before the man in this picture here, Adon Merez, allegedly got out of his car and approached Gonzalez's car unarmed, and that is when Gonzalez is accused of shooting and killing him. In Gonzalez's arrest affidavit, it also stated that he had told police that it was just supposed to be a warning shot and it wasn't supposed to be fatal, and his attorneys are going to argue self-defense in this case as well.
So how did these 2 women meet after all of this?
Yeah, and that is the one thing that they are grateful for through this tragedy, that they do have each other for this. It all happened through social media, as so many of these situations do. Castillo had posted on Facebook about her brother, and Mendeville, the mother of the 17-year-old, had seen that post. They ended up meeting up at a restaurant to talk about their experiences. And as I mentioned, they really want to continue to help each other through this process, whether it's through the grieving process or through the court system, which can be difficult for many as this case moves on. And this full story airs tonight at 6.
It'll be very interesting to watch that for sure and read more about it on our website, KXAN.com. So, Bree, thanks again as always.
Let's get you an update now on that breaking news that we are following in Leander. Police and fire crews on the scene of what police say was an explosion at a home.
Our Nabil Ramadna is out there now. Nabil, tell us what you see.
Yeah, we're at Hilltop Climb Drive. That's where I'm standing. This is the road you see behind me. And there's a heavy police presence. We've seen firefighters out here as well. Take a look at the scene. We don't have a lot of information just yet. We are trying to figure out where the briefing area is going to be to find out that information. But just from some officers on the scene, they tell us that there was an explosion inside of a home here on the road. We've seen a lot of activity kind of moving around some of the houses. This is a very residential area. This is a neighborhood. So we've seen a lot of people coming outside of their homes, trying to check things out. I've heard some people saying, you know, what's going on? So a lot of questions still on what's going on out here. As far as damage to the house, we can't see a lot because we are pushed back pretty far here. But just looking at the scene here, very active. There were some evacuations underway, according to the Leander Police Department Facebook page. So we're not seeing any people kind of in that area. I'm assuming they might have moved away. So we'll keep you up to speed with the very latest here, hoping to hear from police here very soon. And once we do, we'll be sure to let you know. Reporting live, Nabil Ramadna, KXAN News.
Tonight, a jury has cleared a former Austin police officer, Gabriel Gutierrez, in a civil wrongful death lawsuit. That is according to sources familiar with the court proceedings. This lawsuit relates to the 2021 police shooting of Alex Gonzalez.
And the department says Gonzalez allegedly cut off Gutierrez, who was off duty at the time, and then pointed a gun at him. Another officer arrived and shot Gonzalez as he was reaching into the back seat of his car and ignoring commands. The officers involved never faced criminal charges. The department also cleared them of wrongdoing in the internal investigation.
You can learn more about this case in this story over at KXAN.com. We also reached out to the attorneys involved, and we will update this story online when we receive responses. KXAN investigators have learned the suspect in the 2023 shooting spree that left 6 people dead is back in Travis County custody. Shane James, who's accused of killing his parents in Bexar County and then driving to Austin and killing 4 other people, had previously been held in a state hospital. It's not yet clear why James, who was declared incompetent to stand trial, is back in the Travis County jail. Officials only confirmed that James is now in the county's custody. It's also unclear how or when James's trial will proceed. Travis County prosecutors and James's attorney did not immediately respond to requests for comment on the status of his competency and the case.
Average Travis County homeowner is spending $125 more a year in property taxes after voters approved a tax hike for affordable child care.
Now, that was back in November, so where is the money now? KXAN's Grace Reeder has an update.
A woman at a homeless shelter with 5 children.
She took the bus 32 stops each way every day to bring her baby to enroll at Mainspring.
One example brought before Travis County commissioners as child care providers beg the county to get the money you approved for affordable child care out the door as soon as possible.
Today, she has a job and she has stable housing. And recently she bought a car. So at the moment, that's the impact of a program like ours.
You approved a tax rate hike to, in part, help more people in situations just like this one. So where's that money?
We want to make sure that we're expanding existing services while we're procuring the long-term investments.
County staff say they're working right now to put together a community advisory council, which should start meeting in September. As for direct services, county staff say they're piloting short-term investments this summer and fall while they work to get those longer-term operations up.
The needs are there now, and we can't hold on to funds that we have already collected while we know that the needs are there now.
Those short-term investments include expanding existing child care programs through AISD, the City of Austin, and partners already working with Travis County, funding slots on the Workforce Solutions waitlist, and finding ways to support parents in going back to work. But But for now, as Mainspring is quick to share, the need is still extreme, especially for those who need it most.
Our wait list right now has over 500 kids for 95 spots.
Grace Reader, KXAN News.
And a reminder about what the county set out to do with this proposition: create roughly 1,900 childcare slots for babies and toddlers of low-income households, create nearly 3,900 after-school and summer school spots for elementary-age students, and create incentives for businesses to create or expand childcare options for their employees.